Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sydney Morgan. If it's your first time here, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you subscribe so you know when I post new videos. I post a few times a week. And make sure you give a comment, let me know what you think or your opinions on the case. Today's case is bonkers. It is crazy. It's really recent, so there's really not much out there about it yet, but it is blowing my mind. On July 27th, 2021, in LaPorte, Indiana, a woman named Thessalonica Allen, I probably pronounced that wrong, so from here out, we're going to call her T, because I don't think I pronounced it right, so I'm not going to keep trying to do that again. T lives in an apartment with her husband, Randy, and there are so many different stories. Like, T has her own story, and then her children actually have a completely different story, and it's crazy. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it and tell you exactly what T said happened. T said that a man that she knew came to her and said that her husband Randy was beating her two teenage children. T goes home to the apartment and she says that once she got there, she realized that he was beating the kids and they got into this huge heated argument over it. Randy grabbed her by the neck and he finally let her go and he started to walk away. But then he came back at her. And when she saw him coming back at her, she grabbed her gun and shot him. Now, her children say that something completely different happened. The children would tell the police that Randy was helping the kids with their homework, and while that was going on, Randy saw on the computer a website that T was looking at, and he didn't like it. So once T got home, Randy confronted her, and they started this heated argument, but they took it to their bedroom in the back, away from the children. They said after a few minutes of arguing, they heard gunshots, so they ran into the bedroom, and when they opened the bedroom door, the children found Randy laying on the ground, shot and bleeding. And Randy told the children to go call 911 for help, but T said, no, you're not, no, don't call 911. So the crazy part about this story isn't about the argument or, the children and the mother having completely different views on what happened. It's about what happened afterwards. Children and T's story pretty much align for the most part about what happened afterwards. T said that she would try to put Randy's body, after he was deceased, in a tote bin, but that he wouldn't fit because he was too big. So she put Randy's body in her teenage daughter's closet. The children went to bed. The children say that that night, when T came home, T woke them up and asked for their help trying to get the body into the car, and once the body was in the car, she was going to take it somewhere and set that car on fire. But unfortunately, this mom and the two children, they could not get him downstairs into the car because he was just too heavy. So plan B, right? Since they couldn't get him in the car because he's too heavy, she put him back in the apartment in her daughter's bedroom. The next day, the kids claimed that she came home with cleaning supplies and an axe. And she asked the children to help her get Randy's body back into her bedroom. And that's where she decided that she was going to chop off his legs. Police reports would actually say that there was evidence that she tried to remove his right arm as well. So after she kills Randy, she actually calls her ex on the phone. She asked him to come to the apartment because Randy was beating the children. And once he got there, she takes him upstairs and she shows him Randy's body. Now, after she shows her ex-boyfriend that she just murdered Randy, then she says, "Can you help me move the body?" And he absolutely refuses. He refuses. He says, "Nope, no way, I'm not touching it. You need to take me back to Michigan." So T and her ex get in the car and she starts driving him back home to Michigan. And there she's confiding in him. She's trying to tell him, like, I had to shoot him because he was hurting us. He was abusing the children and I. And once they got to Michigan and she dropped him off, He said that she tried to throw the gun out the window, but he ended up getting it and he kept it. Then the ex, who is awesome in this case, by the way, he calls the police. He calls the police and tells them everything. So now that police know that there's a possible murder that had taken place, police go and they find T. And they go to T's apartment with the search warrant, and she automatically starts crying, saying, I had to do it. I had to do it. He was beating us. And the children would tell the police that they never saw anything physical. They had no idea. They heard the arguing, but they never saw anything physical. So the police get into the apartment and they find Randy's body in bags in the daughter's closet. Then they do a little bit more searching. They find the axe and a knife, and it had red substance, which was probably obviously blood all over them. But wait, there's more. As the police were searching, they actually found 3 notes laying around the house. Note number 1 said things like, get drugs from a friend, get Ziploc baggies, put it together. While Randy's in the shower, she said that she was going to put those drugs and her gun underneath the seat of his car, and she was going to call the police when he left and tell them that he had drugs and weapons in his car. So note number 1 is get him sent to prison. In my opinion, that's what she's doing. She wants them to go get in trouble for something. The kids claim when they were having that argument that Randy was trying to get his things so he could leave. So, whoa, I don't think this argument was over her getting beaten by him or her children getting beaten by him. I think it was he was trying to leave her because obviously she's crazy and she didn't like it. Just my opinion, though. Now, note number 2 that they found, it said, spray shit in his face. I'm assuming mace or something. I don't know. Hit him in the knees with a hammer. Then it says she's going to stab him. And once he's dead, she's going to roll him up in sheets and put him in bags. So the autopsy was performed on Randy on July 31st, just a few days after she had killed him. The autopsy would say that there was a gunshot to his arm which bounced off, hit him in the chest, and it lodged into his spinal cord. And obviously the legs were cut off and the attempt at cutting off the right arm. So now T's being charged with obviously the murder. She's being charged with neglect of her children. She's being charged with tampering of evidence, mutilation of a corpse. Like she's screwed. She's screwed, and she admits to it. So I know this video is short because there's really not a whole lot of information on it yet. It is still ongoing, but this woman is batshit crazy. Like, okay, if you're gonna do something stupid like shoot your man, don't involve your children. How could you ask your children to help you move around a dead body? And these kids saw that this body was dismembered. Do you know how traumatized these kids probably are at this point? It blows my mind. I have children of my own, and if I did something stupid, I would never try to involve them in any of this. So I will probably be doing an update video later so that we can talk about what ends up happening once the trial gets going and the conclusion, conviction, everything. But I just had to share this with you guys. I know there's not a lot of info, but it was crazy, and it's still blowing my mind. Like, I can't wait to see what her defense is. Like, what are you gonna say to try to get yourself out of all of this mess that you brought upon yourself? But thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. You hit the subscribe button. And before I go, I wanted to let you know that I am a business owner. I make soy wax melts, very highly scented. Today, I am offering you 10% off when you use the code YouTube. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Make sure you subscribe and come back for my next video. It's going to be intense. Bye!